Summer is finally over, and thank goodness. The unbearable heat, the happy smiling people everywhere, the cyclists, shout out to Carlos and Josh. Anyways, fall is my favorite time of the year, and I hate how cliche that has become to say, but I won't let terms like spooky season and fans of Tim Burton ruin it for me. This is a special month because we'll be releasing 2 videos. The first one is an all-time favorite of mine and a must-watch for the Halloween season. This offering comes to us from the fine folks at PBS. Let's hope we don't get interrupted by a pledge drive. What's the story, Wishbone? Remember Wishbone, the overly intellectual Jack Russell Terrier who taught children about classic literature? This is his only Halloween episode. Wishbone was played by Soccer the dog, and he got the role over 100 other dogs for being the most expressive. The guy who did the voice of Wishbone, Larry Brantley, has a pretty extensive career in voice work. He's even in the Borderlands series. What's the story, Wishbone? It's Halloween day and Wishbone is going for a walk. This dog can just go for a walk whenever he pleases. He hears his owner's mom, Ellen, dropping a cookie and runs all the way home.
Wishbone, where did you come from?
Ellen's son Joe walks in and starts complaining that Wishbone wasn't at his basketball practice and how that's bad luck.
Bad luck? Me?
Joe is actually super whiny in this episode. Ellen asks Joe if he's going to go trick-or-treating, but he says,
I don't think so. I'll probably just stay home.
Yeah, that's probably best, dude. You look like you're 40 years old. Joe and Wishbone head out to go to the new sporting goods store. They play ball for a minute, and Joe throws the ball a little too far into the yard of a very ominous-looking house.
Wishbone! Wait!
Wishbone runs to get the ball, but Joe warns him to stay away from the house. This is where we switch to the story of Sleepy Hollow. If you're unfamiliar with Wishbone, each episode goes back and forth between a story with Joe and his friends and a classic story in which Wishbone plays the protagonist.
Your mother's apple pie is the absolute finest in the county.
I'm actually not going to be reviewing these parts. Don't get me wrong, I love them, and I love the story of Sleepy Hollow, probably more than any other story actually. It's just that it's been reviewed and dissected so many times by so many people who are much better at these things than I am. One thing I will say is that I always found it strange that Wishbone is always the main character, and everyone acts like it's normal that a dog is in the role.
I'm a bit hungry.
Why, please, come have dinner with us, Mr. Crane, and you can tell me on the way.
And they can all understand him. Is it telepathy? What's going on here? In the modern segments, we're just hearing his thoughts, but the humans can't understand him. Even when I was a kid, this bothered me. This is a little off topic, but these episodes are a little bit difficult to find. Despite the high budget and popularity, only 4 episodes of Wishbone have ever been released on DVD. PBS, let's get a box set going. At the very least, let's get it on a streaming service, right? Back in Joe's time, he and Wishbone end up at the new sporting goods store. He meets the owner, Travis, and his niece and nephew.
Uncle Travis is letting us...
Marcus, why don't you go pick up those tennis balls and put them back, okay?
Travis is having some Halloween scavenger hunt that he pretty much forces Joe to sign up for, but Joe discovers that his friends have already signed him up. The prize is a gift certificate for, get this, $100. Joe, though very reluctant, ends up going on the scavenger hunt.
Hey guys. Hey. Great costumes.
Thanks. Glad you came. Wishbone, where's your costume?
Huh? A dog wears silly costumes? I think not.
Hey, Demont. What are you supposed to be? Your worst nightmare.
Ah, yes. Demont. A 90s TV show bully if there ever was one. Demont brings his annoying little cousin along.
You may be my cousin, but you're only here because my mom made me bring you.
I'm an alien, but not the kind from the movies. This is what they really look like. A friend of mine got abducted by them, and he said...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls.
So the scavenger hunt begins. Our team must be the first to complete all 4 tests if they want to win.
You feel lucky? Don't be surprised when I win that gift certificate.
Yeah, Joe. Do you have any idea how many basketballs Demont can buy with that gift certificate? Probably like 3. Joe and his friends, Sam and David, look over clues. Demont, like a bully, doesn't really try to figure out any clues. He just follows Joe's team at a distance.
This is gonna be easier than I thought. What are you doing? Come on.
The first test is a shooting gallery. It looks pretty cool.
Great shot, Sam.
They get their second clue and start to move on.
Nice shooting. Thanks for solving the riddle for me.
Cheating takes all the fun out of it, Demont.
Yeah, well, I'll have plenty of fun with that gift certificate.
Okay, dude, it's $100. Chill out. It's not like one of those fill up the shopping cart contests they used to have.
So, Rodney, you're telling me that I can keep any of these that I can get into the cart in under 60 seconds?
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, what are you guys doing? What are you doing with my stuff?
Crap, let's get out of here.
Wishbone goes missing for a minute, and when they find him, Joe says he's done for the night.
Come on, Joe.
After some convincing, he changes his mind and they head to the next location.
Animal clinic? Oh, no.
The next test is a mini derby where they have to pick the winning horse. These miniatures are awesome. They pass this one too and head to the next. This one is my favorite. They have to drop a token in the correct slot and this happens.
Oh, is Halloween always this noisy? That was kind of cool.
The final clue is an invitation to a tea party. It happens to be at the creepy house from the beginning of the episode, and we find out why Joe is so afraid of it. When he was a kid, he was dared to knock on the door and it swung open, revealing a pair of super creepy glowing eyes. Demont's cousin is outside.
He went in, but I'm not going in.
Joe refuses to go in, but Wishbone runs in after a cat, forcing Joe to go after him. They find some mummies sitting around and a Chinese checkers board. Demont locks David in a closet.
1 down, 2 to go.
Then Wishbone locks Demont in a closet. Joe sees a light shining on the floor that looks like a checkers board. He opens the floorboard and finds the gift certificate. But then the mummies stand up and walk toward him.
You won! Did we scare you?
Oh, it's just Travis's niece and nephew. Joe hears Demont banging on the door and lets him out.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, run, Demont. Then Joe and Sam see the glowing eyes.
It was the cat.
What?
That night. It was the cat.
But was it?
Oh, easy, easy. It couldn't have been that scary.
Oh, yeah?
Joe realizes it was actually a lucky day for him and he didn't have to whine the whole time. How wonderful. There's a short making of segment at the end where Wishbone talks about how the filmmakers created the creepy atmosphere.
It's a really neat feeling to be on a dark set when there are no lights and to turn on that first light.
Yeah, you sound super excited about that, dude.
Here's a 12 kilowatt light, also called the 12K.
Okay, this segment is literally just all about lights.
Then the crew places the lights and add colored filters and gels for an eerie look. The script indicated a lot of lightning, so we rented a special light called a lightning strike. So with a combination of lights, shadows, and some special equipment, we can make a bewitching atmosphere. Shine your light on a good mystery. Check one out at your local library.
You know, it always surprises me how high in quality Wishbone actually was. Sometimes it feels as if people don't put as much effort into kids shows, but that's not the case here. It's also awesome that it encouraged kids to read more. Let's keep that going. Apparently Universal is producing a movie based on Wishbone. Man, I don't think I'm interested in that. Wishbone was a moment that I don't think we can recreate.
Ian, come quick. There's something wrong with your shed.
Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it.
You'll just have to open it and see.
Holy crap!
Wait, come back. It's just my cat.
Can I take this thing off yet?
Shut up.
While I was editing this video a couple of months ago, one of the dogs that's been in my family for well over a decade passed away. It honestly made this video a little difficult to finish. Just realizing that Soccer the dog is not around anymore and how short dogs' lives are is pretty depressing. So make sure you hold your dogs close and pet them as often as possible.